All right, so today I have here Chris Morris, right? So Chris, first of all, tell me where are you from?
I'm from California.
California, where specifically in California?
Berkeley, the Bay Area.
Berkeley? Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
close to San Francisco.
And how long did you live here in the U.S.? Did you ever live in somewhere else?
Yeah, I lived in the U.S. till I was 25.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 26. And then shortly, actually, no, it was like 28. But yeah, it's been a while. But then we moved to Brazil. I met my wife, who was Brazilian, in San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
And then we moved to Brazil and lived there for 5 years.
5 years. So you lived in Brazil for 5 years. And while living in Brazil, I bet you experience a lot, with sports.
Yes.
And obviously,
Yeah.
Brazil
Soccer.
is a soccer country.
Football. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yes. It's a football country. And the U.S. is not, right? The U.S. got it focused in many other sports like baseball, basketball, you name it, football even,
Mm-hmm.
American football.
Mm-hmm.
So I want you to tell me, is the passion that Americans have for their sports, is it the same passion that you see Brazilians having towards soccer?
Yeah, I think both countries are very passionate about their sports.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe because Brazil has a real high focus on soccer, maybe it might appear more passionate. There's a lot of passion with Brazilian football.
Mm-hmm.
I remember going to some games out there, and I was pretty impressed by the how well organized
Mm-hmm.
the fans were, like the club fans.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody would sing together and dance together, and was very, very well organized. We're here, like the teams just have fans, but it's not as well organized.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, and while living in Brazil, could you see evidence or something that kind of showed you how intertwined people are with the sport? Did you notice anything? Their daily life affected me, or?
Yeah, there are a lot of idioms that are used in Brazilian Portuguese that
Mm-hmm.
have references to football.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that's interesting.
And
I'm sure you could think of some.
yeah, definitely. Do you think it's no surprise to anyone, Brazil is a developing country. It's not quite there yet. There's a lot to change, a lot to fix. And which city?
Sao Paulo.
São Paulo.
Sao Paulo City.
So São Paulo, we're talking about the biggest city of Brazil, right?
It's a big city.
About 20 million people.
It's a lot of people.
So there's also a lot of poverty comes with it.
Yeah.
Right? Do you think the passion for the sport has any correlations with poverty, or do you think the sport can maybe leverage people up from those tough situations?
That's a good question. I don't know if there's any direct relation or anything, but I think sports is an outlet for anybody, regardless of your situation.
Mm-hmm.
But especially when you're less fortunate, it's definitely a way to kind of just forget about everything and enjoy yourself, and not focus on some of your problems, and get really involved into the sport that you're watching. I think it's sports in general is a very, very good outlet for for folks in general.
Mm-hmm. Do you, while living in Brazil, do you feel like people watch soccer more for entertainment, like Americans do with football? Like, not a lot of commitment, but if the game is on, you watch. Or do you think Brazilians take it to maybe to another level of passion and be like, oh my God, every day I'm gonna go there and watch the game?
Yeah, I think it depends on the Brazilian. There's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
Brazilians, right, in Brazil.
Yeah.
Hundreds of millions.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like 200-something million, but yeah. So it's hard to generalize. But in general, I would just say, personal experience, more Brazilians will set aside time and dedicate the time to watch their team play than here, just as a personal experience.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. I don't have any statistics or anything to back that up, but.
And just last questions to finish it up. Brazil, Argentina.
Brazil.